Okay, beautiful people. Hope you guys are doing well and thank you so much for joining today. So, in this video, I'm going to talk about something. Someone asked me this question on my channel. I think he watched my video, and the question relates to Belgium. So, let's talk about Belgium. I'm just going to give you some information that I found, but this is going to be just a shallow material. But I will drop the detailed information on my YouTube channel. So the person was asking Milton, how much do I need to study in Belgium? And this is what you need to know. But first, let me read something for you here. They said, when applying to study in Belgium, proof of funds is a key requirement for obtaining a student visa. It serves as evidence that you can financially support yourself during your stay. Before I forget, please, if you are actually thinking of studying in Belgium this year, make sure that the program you are applying for to study in Belgium is a program that relates to what you did at your bachelor's level. For what do I mean here? If you are going in for a master's program, it should be a program. Let's say you studied economics at bachelor's level, go in for economics or something related to economics at master's. Otherwise, you may have issues getting a visa. Now, I'm saying this because many people who applied for things like this didn't end up getting the visa last year. So back to the proof of funds. They say it serves as evidence that you can financially support yourself. The exact amount of proof of funds required may vary depending on the region. Remember, Belgium is in regions. Flanders, Wallonia, or Brussels. So you already know the regions now, and the specific university and institution. So I have said this many times that if you want to study abroad, it depends on the university or maybe the area you are going to live. However, here are general guidelines and documents that typically needed to study in Belgium or to show as proof of funds. The minimum amount required to study in Belgium as per today is 1,100 to 1,200 euros per month for living in Belgium. Now, this 1,000 is the money you are going to spend for accommodation, food, transportation. Do you understand? So that's what the Belgian government wants to see. And the entire academic year is 10 months. So you need to multiply this money by 10, or you multiply by 1 year, which is times 12. So I will prefer you multiply the 1,200 times 12. Already now you know what you need. For the entire academic year of 10 months, this would be around, I mentioned that, some regions like Flanders may require higher amount. The reason is because the cost of living here, food, accommodation, transportation is a bit high in such areas. So you should pay attention to this. Now, one last thing I want to say is I'm going to be specific here on the methods you can use to show evidence. Before I proceed, if you want to talk to me one on one, like I sit down and I listen to you, you call me, please book a call. Okay, you can only book a call because I don't receive calls all the time, and when I have the little time, I attend to those who book the call. So if you cannot book from the links in my stuff, just comment that you need the booking details. I will send it to you. It's not expensive. It's your choice. But if you need free material, go to my YT channel. Everything is there. Everything I say on my channel is something that if you do, if I was to do it, I would do the same thing because I've verified the information. Now, for the other videos about the documents, various ways to show evidence of proof of funds, I'm going to be dropping the videos on. So let's talk today about study abroad one more time. I'm going to be talking about this question, but first let me pull something out so that we can actually do it. Okay, so this person commented on my post. Thank you, Immaculate. I saw your question. She said, please, can you do a video these days on how to get official and unofficial transcript in Cameroon? Have always heard about transcripts and didn't bother to know more until I tried finding out and I realized it's not even what I have been thinking about. Really? really need, okay, she wanted to say, I really need a video that clearly says the difference between the two and how to get them and so on. Okay, she tagged me. Now, thank you. Let me take a look at this thing. Now, let's go gradually. Well, there are some schools, she made mention of Cameroon, which I'm going to be talking about. So there are some schools which you can, this is my coffee. There are some schools which would give you an official transcript. There are some schools that will give you official transcript. Now, I will be talking based on my own university in Cameroon that I studied. I studied in the University of Boya, and in Boya, you can get an official transcript. And I think there is nothing in Boya like an unofficial transcript. This is what I know because you can get even 8 or 10 or even 20 or 30 different transcripts from Boya. Do you understand? But make sure the transcript you are getting, of course, they have to stamp it with they have to stamp it with a stamp, and then the signature of the registrar must be on it. It now depends on what you want to do. But any transcript from Boya is an official transcript if it has a signature of the registrar and the stamp of the registrar. Remember, when I say the stamp, I'm not talking about the normal stamp with that stuff, right? I'm talking about the stamp. There is a white stamp on the transcript of the University of Boya. It's like white. Maybe I could pull it sealed. So there are three things you should look at: the signature, the stamp that is like the ink of a pen, and that white stamp. If you look at it very well, you are going to see it. Then that transcript, you can use it anywhere to do anything. Okay, but there are cases where you can do legalization, verification, and you will have to then carry but that transcript to the ministry. That is what I know for Boya. I didn't know of anything like unofficial transcript. Now, to those of you who graduated from places like maybe schools with higher national diploma, something like that, maybe those of you who went to other universities, I don't know if there is something they call unofficial transcript. But if the transcript is unofficial, I understand some schools in Cameroon don't give you the originals like the way UB does. UB can give you even 50 in as much as you want them, right? But some universities will only give you one when you graduate. I think Douala is doing the same thing. I can't really remember. But again, if your school is not giving you the transcript, or if there is no possibility for you to collect many at once, then what they are going to give you in case you need like 5 now is the unofficial. Do you understand? So in this case, you have to speak to your university to give you the official. I don't know how they are going to do it, but there are some cases where if you want to apply for some things or maybe some official applications, you will need the original. I hope you understand. You will need the originals. But some schools equally tolerate the unofficial. Like you can just get the student copy. Like most of my followers from Nigeria, they always tell me about the unofficial transcript. I hope you get. So this is what you need. I believe I've answered the first part of the question. This came from someone from Cameroon. And then she went further to say, I've always heard about this about transcript, and I didn't bother to know until I tried finding out and realized it's not even what I have been thinking about. Well, I've answered the question, right? Most Nigerian universities will not give originals. Some don't even give to the student. They will tell the student that give us the details of the institution, then we send to them. So in this case, you have to be very strategic. But when it comes to the University of Boya, they can give you even 50. It depends. Like I always say, you just need to verify to know what works best for you. I believe I've answered the question, but make sure, even if you are applying for a school or a university, before you submit visa application, make sure you have all your original documents. Okay, it's very important. Now, another person was equally asking me if, because I mentioned in one video that you need original certificate, original transcript to apply to some schools. Then somebody said, if I have just my transcript and I haven't collected my original certificate, what can I do? In this case, you need attestation of completion of studies. Okay, you need attestation of completion of studies to actually apply for the school. Well, for me, most of my applications that I did, I used attestation of completion of studies. When I traveled to Cyprus, I did not move with my original certificate until when I returned to Cameroon after like three years plus. Then I collected after like 4 years. In fact, I graduated in 2015 and collected my original certificate after like 4 to 5 years. I don't really remember. I collected in 2022. Since 2015, that should be like 6 or 7 years, right? So you have to put all these things into consideration. So many of you are asking me, Milton, I want to apply for a scholarship abroad. Now, it seems maybe you are a new follower on our platform, but again, I'm going to talk about some few things that I think will help you. Let me just drop the details here. Scholarship number one, before I proceed, if you need a call with me, okay, please don't send a message inbox because I might not see it maybe after like 2 weeks. I'm just being frank with you. I have a lot to do on campus. Um, if you need a call with me, please, you know where to book an appointment, right? Because I always call everybody during like every evening. Now, let's not waste time about that. Let me just go straight to answer this question. Scholarship number one, I did a video about on my YT channel. The video is still there. So if you go to my YT channel, you are going to see that particular video. Go there, watch the video. It is about Erasmus Mundus scholarship. This is a joint scholarship. Now, what I mean by a joint scholarship here is this scholarship is going to take you from one country to the next to the next. At the end of the day, at the end of the program, you are going to get a joint degree. This scholarship is sponsored by the European Commission, or let's say the European Union, in partnership with some universities in Europe. Now, it is fully funded, which means they are going to pay everything for you. Your accommodation, give you money every month, and of course, the only thing they are not paying, I think it should be your medical insurance. I'm not very certain. No, I think Erasmus pays for your insurance. But check that video, go to the catalog and watch detailed videos. Remember, now is December. The date of today, you might be watching this video from the 12th of December. Most programs are closing January. And you cannot apply for this scholarship without people to recommend you. I mean, people to write recommendation letters for you. So you need to put all of this into consideration. So make sure you talk to your professors, make sure you talk to your co-workers or maybe your employers. You understand? But your recommenders cannot just come just from a company. You need to get some people from your company. If at all, it depends on the scholarship. That's why I always emphasize that as an international student, make sure you read requirements on the program website. It's very important. Don't just say, oh, because I have maths and physics, I need to apply to biochemistry. No, it's possible that they can still list it on the school portal or the program website that you need maths, physics, English, geography to qualify. It depends. Okay, I'm not saying it happens like this all the time. So that's scholarship number one, Erasmus Mundus. Scholarship number two, there is a scholarship at the University of Twente. They are offering 50 places, fully funded. Now, when I say fully funded, there are programs for 1 year masters and there are others for 2 years masters. I'm not going to go into those details again. The video is there. The scholarship is worth 34,000. The first part is the University of Twente scholarship, which is worth 22,000 euros. And the second one is called the Kipaji Scholarship. This is a group of people, alumni, who came together and like pushing the agenda forward, right? I don't want to overemphasize on this. But in total, when you win the University of Twente Scholarship, they will now decide if they are going to award. The Kipaji is just like you won the University of Twente Scholarship and the scholarship board said, okay, take this other one and add to it so you can study. So it depends on the school. But again, even if you win 22,000 euros, that's not small money, bro. So go look at it and see if you have a program. There is a step-by-step procedure. You need IELTS. Don't say, oh, Milton never told me. Third scholarship is the University of Maastricht is also offering about 20 places. And even those who high school students who want to apply for um, bachelor's programs to study in Europe for free. It's there. Please, if you text me with regards to this, I will not see it. I'm informing you now so that you know. Go to the YT channel, look at those videos, and you carry on. I'm just here as a messenger. I did this video a long time ago, but again, I can't really force anybody to look at it. I'm just saying it because many of you are still asking me, I want to apply for scholarship. I want to apply for scholarship. There is also another scholarship. I can't really encourage you to check it because you have to go through your ministry. You have to go through the ministry in your country to apply for it. And we all know how the system is. I don't even want to go into those details. It's called Hungarian Stipendium. The video is there on my YT channel. If you think you can go through your ministry in your country and win the scholarship, fine and good. But for if you are a Cameroonian watching this video, please don't waste your time to look at the Hungarian Stipendium. Look at scholarships that you will use your efforts and your energy, your own requirements for them to give you or not. Don't go through things that will involve the ministries or those officials. I know what I'm saying. I will not emphasize on this. So these are the few for now. The other scholarship, Commonwealth Shared Scholarship, is closed today in the UK. So I hope this helped you. Let's see.